Extra point forthcoming. And it's 15-0. Now it's Murray to kick this one away. And here now come the Falcons. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that's going to open the lead up now to 3 scores at 18-0. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll set up a throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Flush to his right, and he'll get it down here to the 43. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Shift together here from the D-line. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Mariota now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Roberts the man in motion. Mariota to throw it. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A first down throw for Mariota. Forced out to his left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy sideline and use him well.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Roberts the man in motion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is knocked down from the side. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check, 4 down.
Play action now. Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A swing pass caught. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, he took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guys, they got to pick their heads up and try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now it's Murray to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They go play action here on first down. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's got his man on the out route. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Let's go. 58.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Nine yards to go. It's third down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. To throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Gonna give this time to the tailback. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
To go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Mariota from the gun on third down. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 54 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
They go play action. Mariota. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down, inbounds, for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
An update from down in L.A. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing is Mariota, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An update from down in L.A. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Dante Fowler in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. In motion left is Perriman. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now receiver in motion left. Now a toss going left. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 24-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
36. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Slot man moves right. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. An update from down in L.A. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum's definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bobby Wagner able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. That is caught. It's Perriman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
In motion left is Perriman. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep. Keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk play.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now a handoff as they run left side. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mariota. They still can't get it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Throwing here, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Mariota to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
I say, Lord, be my savior when it comes to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I won't.